What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Alley Cats Anonymous, aka the ADCC Update Show, the second worst show on the internet. I'm your host, Trey Robinson. Over here, we got Papa Reed. We switched chairs to throw a curveball at you guys, and then we got Uncle Corey over here on the sidebar. And then, very special guest for this episode, we got Levi Jones-Leary calling in from Thailand. What's up, Levi?
What's up, everybody?
What up, Xanadu guy?
That's right. Yeah, so Levi just Levi just won the ADCC trials in Asia, and so we hit him up, asked him if he could call in. We want to talk to him a little bit. So what's been going on, Levi? What's it like in Thailand right now? Thailand's a pretty crazy place. You having fun out there?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Bangkok's so lit. I've just been pretty much fighting demons this entire time, trying not to go into a I don't know, into what Bangkok has to offer. But it's been really fun. I've mostly just been like exploring with Alanis and ordering as many different pad thais as I possibly can.
Yeah, you got to be careful in Thailand. You'll end up like the Bugs Bunny meme, you know, where he's like holding the gun and it says, "Lord, forgive me because I'm back to my old ways."
Trey's favorite meme.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
You can get in trouble out there easy.
But it's been very wholesome, actually. It's been keeping it very wholesome.
What's the top pad thai in Bangkok?
Well, I've only had like a few different ones so far because I didn't want to risk like eating from any of the vendors before I fought. But I don't know the names of the places.
So now you're just gonna let it rip.
But
yeah,
they're all really good. They've all been really good.
Pad Thai's good. I like Pad Thai.
I'm a Pad Thai guy.
Yeah.
Yep. So Levi, I'm
Pad
curious.
Thai's really good, and it's like $3 here.
Oh, that's sick.
This shit's good.
Yeah, that's what I always hear about Thailand. You know, it's like the flight and stuff is expensive, at least from America and everything. But then once you get there, it's just you can live incredibly cheap. So $3 pad thai, that'll keep a guy alive. But obviously, Levi, you've kind of like had a resurgence lately on the no-gi scene. Like you're one of these guys we've seen cross over from gi into no-gi, and now you're kind of implementing your game and everything in no-gi. But I just want to start off by asking you, just overall, what made you want to compete at trials? What's kind of like led you into this path, into the no-gi scene, and now kind of towards ADCC?
Well, watching the last ADCC, I was like sort of, I guess, a bit inspired, and I just really, I sort of was like, I think I want to try to become the best in the world in no-gi. And it was sort of like good timing. I was just leaving New York and planning to head back to Melbourne for a while, where I'd be training with Lachlan and stuff. And I was like, look, I'm just going to dedicate some time to no-gi and see what happens. And it's just been really fun. It's like a whole new world, and I've been like really passionate about it, and just been having a lot of fun like doing no-gi. So trials, I was like contemplating if I wanted to do trials, but Lachlan was like, you have to do trials, like you can't not do trials, and everybody there has just been training for trials. Like everyone trains specifically with ADCC rule set in mind. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just do it. Of course, I want to try to compete as much as I can this year, just in no-gi. So might as well just do it.
That's awesome, dude. What's it been like training with Lachlan and everything? Has it been sick?
Yeah, it's been really sick. Like I've known Lachlan about over 10 years, about 10 years, and been training with him that entire time. And he's always been like just a really good friend. Like always has supported me. When I was a purple belt, he'd bring me out and like bring me out to Melbourne and pay me to like teach classes for the week or something at his gym. And it's just really cool to see how far he's come in the sport as well. And just the last year's training with him and workshopping ideas, and just how passionate he is about jiu-jitsu has just been like really awesome to be around. So I have a lot of fun training with him every day. It's really cool.
Would you say that he's like really influenced a lot of your no-gi game these days? You know, obviously you're a little bit known more as a gi player, or were, and you've had some great coaches over the years, but would you say that Lachlan's kind of really shaping your no-gi game, or?
I'd say like, you know, my jiu-jitsu is, you know, I definitely have like my style, which is, you know, unique to me, and like my passing is very influenced still by Merlo, but my leg lock defense and my leg lock attacks have gone like to another level from Lachlan for sure. Like I have so much confidence that I'm not gonna get heel hooked, you know, because we've just done so much work from those positions, particularly. So I feel super confident attacking the back off any leg lock attempt, and I feel super confident attacking the legs as well. Also, like, the good thing about Lachlan is I like how we're always like workshopping like different ideas and different techniques that might be useful, and I'd say definitely like dealing with like meta attacks, like for instance dealing with like K-guard, you know, like passing wise, there's been nobody better to train with, and dealing with like heel hooks obviously as well, there's been nobody better to train with. So
yeah,
awesome,
I've always wanted to do a documentary on Lachlan, especially his run at the 2019 ADCC World Championships and stuff.
Oh, wasn't it so awesome?
Incredible. So maybe that's our excuse. We got to get out like to Melbourne and visit you guys. Yeah. Do you remember watching that ADCC 2019 Lachlan? And yeah, maybe you can.
Of course, everyone remembers that. I was so inspired. It was awesome. Yeah, because like I said, I've known Lachlan for so long, so many years. So seeing that was just so cool.
Submitting Muhammad Ali, Patrick Gaudio, like.
Yeah, dude, just incredible. One of the most legendary runs that I know of in jiu-jitsu.
Lachlan 2019 was like the peak of the real like leg lock movement. I think when he had that run, that was where leg locks hit. They're like, okay, everybody now needs to learn how to figure this shit out, because otherwise we're all going to get heel hooked by guys who were half our size.
It was kind of like that realization, like, holy shit, this is the power of leg locks. Like this dude, this small guy can go out there and crush all these huge, just like freak of nature type of dudes with leg locks. So incredible. But
yeah.
So I remember like the entire place like gasped when he submitted Kynan, like right out the gate first round. And he submitted, like the entire place collectively was just like, oh my God.
For sure.
All right, but there's no way he can do that again. You know, and then second round comes up and you got Patrick Gaudio, and then third round comes up and you got Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm. But Levi, I want to get into your run a little bit here. We cut a little bit of a highlight, if you will, just like showing a lot of the action from your run. I know Corey's super interested in the way you've implemented the bolo and also the matrix kind of into your no-gi game. It is pretty sick to watch. Like someone like you, who obviously has one of the best bolos in the gi, now taking it over and doing it no-gi. So if you want to you can talk us through here a little bit and just talk about this run in general, what it was like this day at trials, you know, like kind of set us up in the environment of what the Asian trials was like whenever you took the mats.
Sure. Sounds sick.
So here we go, kicking it off first round. Just immediately getting into it here.
Does the Berimbolo work?
Yeah, they said it couldn't be done. You know,
I think it's Emula.
I think this first round's a matrix, right? And there it is. There's the matrix.
Yeah, like I've just really sort of figured out like how aggressive I need to be as well, no-gi. Like that was the main thing I was thinking. For this ADCC, I knew the only way I could lose was if someone was able to stall me out, and maybe try to take me to overtime and beat me there. So I just knew I just had to be ultra aggressive from go. I think that's how you have to be in no-gi. You just have to be super aggressive from the bottom. So that was my plan, just to sort of get to a good position as fast as possible, and then just try to finish them from there. Here I was, yeah.
So it's a different kind of way of thinking about how you compete in the gi?
Yeah, like I think it will transfer good back as well when I do go to the gi. Like I think I'll be even more aggressive there as well. But as well, like just trying to like warming up into this year, I was still like attacking the legs a lot first, and I was trying to sort of implement like that meta of jiu-jitsu, you know, because that's what people do no-gi, like predominantly. They usually think about attacking the legs first and then maybe going to the back after.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to do that as well for a while, but I realized that style like wasn't working for me as well. Like it was taking too long, and people were still able to stall or kick away sometimes and disengage out of the position. So when I sort of changed my mindset to like having strong intention of, you know, getting to the back or to the mount first, it made my entries like way tighter. And yeah.
So overall, you had 6 matches, right, on your way to the trials gold. How many finishes did you end up with? I think like 2 or 3.
2 subs.
2 subs. 2 subs.
Yeah, I was only able to submit 2. So yeah, I feel like I should have submitted every fight. Like I got to the back, but I just am gonna need to keep working on that. Because I can hold the back for like 10 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I think in every match we saw you get there, right? Like you or like finish the match on the back and stuff.
Yeah. In my first 5 matches, I got to like the back like almost in under a minute each match, but like I ended up holding it for like a long time. So I ended up spending more energy just holding the back than anything. So I think if I can get like a better system together for finishing, like here I tried to go to the crucifix to finish, but yeah, it's just that's definitely something I need to work on.
I think that's the really impressive thing is that the way you're getting there through the berimbolo, like most people can't finish a berimbolo in no-gi jiu-jitsu, and especially like if they can, it takes minutes and minutes to set up, but you're getting there every time just on basically the first attempt.
You throwing a ruotolotine right here?
Yeah, I've been doing heaps of rotolotine.
Have you been playing around with that at all? I've been messing around with it. I think it's pretty fun.
Oh, the rotolotine's awesome.
For sure.
I love it. I just need to get better at it.
Good old sleeper hole.
Sorry.
No worries.
The producer's gonna hate me.
That's all right. Do your thing, bro. Hey, if you want to interrupt all this and drop a new freestyle on us, you just say the word, Levi, and we'll.
This is your show, man.
Yeah.
This was my favorite because I actually got to show my passing a tiny bit. This semifinal was actually my favorite match.
Oh yeah, because we saw the Levi the guard passer in this one, right?
Yeah, it's like passing is my favorite thing to do in training, and like no one really actually knows that, but
You've just been
like
a secret undercover guard passer.
Low key, because I feel like when you understand good guard retention, you understand like when somebody's out of position and how to capitalize on it. Like I just do whatever I would find most annoying.
Can you kind of talk us through what's going on right here in this match and kind of how you're probably going to end up on the back or in guard?
Yeah, so this match was like kind of funny. So I ended up coming up and passing in the first 30 seconds and then going to mount. And then I held mount for a couple minutes. And then just before the points start, he escapes. So now I have 3 minutes to get to a good position. Otherwise it goes to overtime. And I knew that was going to be bad for me. So here I'm just being, relentlessly trying to attack the back, or, even just the sweep would be fine. Here he just ends up, common defense for the berimbolo is just to try to, put your back on the mat. So if the back's on the mat, that's when you look for the mount, and that's what you saw there.
And then now
here I was
cut into the final with Jeremy Skinner, where he was able to kind of get the takedown, but you were able to get to turtle. You know, the classic kind of
ADCC meta.
Yes. Yeah. So that's like the one weird thing about it is like the final is like you're both trying to make the other person take you down. You know, it's like, please take me down. So it's like really weird. It's not really wrestling.
Yeah, it is weird.
And here you just see another like that's a classic Barambola variation when they try to attack the straight foot lock.
Were you familiar with Jeremy Skinner?
Yeah, I was familiar with him. You know, the Australian jiu-jitsu scene is, it's growing, but you obviously know every single favorite. Like Lachlan had been breaking down every single person that could potentially give me a good match.
Wow.
At this trial, so I had like, you know, I was aware of every single thing that they were sort of good at and what they'd be prepared to do. That's one thing Lachlan is actually really good at. Is he, as a coach, is he'll find the favorites in your division and he'll put together like a complete like highlight, like a 30-minute video of like everything they like to do, and then you study it, and then yeah, he's really good like that. Yeah, he puts a lot of effort into making sure everybody's prepared and ready.
Levi, you were talking about how training with Lachlan has kind of prepared you for, or made you feel comfortable in leg lock situations. But you know, Jeremy's an exceptional leg locker. Were you paying particular attention to his leg lock style and how your kind of back takes would play against that? Were you aware of his leg lock abilities in that match?
Yeah, for sure I was aware of his leg lock abilities, but like I was saying, like I have so much confidence after like the amount of work we've put in leg lock positions is crazy. So I feel like if someone's going to try to attack my legs, I feel like it's an advantage for me because as everybody knows, like every leg lock attempt is also a Barambola entry, right? So that's I think that's where I have a big sort of advantage in the no-gi scene is like leg lock specialists, they sort of get countered by my style. But I was also prepared to pass. Like I felt confident if I was able to come on top as well, I'd be able to pass him too. So yeah, but I think just being so prepared for him as well, like how Lachlan was able to help me understand his main attacks, the attacks he likes to use predominantly, really also gave me a lot of confidence where I was like, okay, you know, just avoid this a tiny bit, but yeah.
So one thing I want to ask you about, Levi, is beyond just your style, you know, with your jiu-jitsu, you got very stylish jiu-jitsu, but I would say you're also one of the most stylish dudes in jiu-jitsu when it comes to like fashion and, you know, the kits you put together. So go ahead, talk us through this new Xanadu no-gi kit you got. You know, I see all red with the red hair, you know. I'm assuming that's planned, obviously, but
Yeah, so, you know, when 2024 was starting, I always like to get a couple colors that, like, I don't know, I'm going to be really into for a while. I just sort of get, like, obsessed with, like, a color palette. And this year I was, like, just really obsessed with red and gray. Just the contrast. It's really, really nice. So I was like, let's make a no-gi set and make it red and like gray silver.
You got now I'm looking at this little bed behind you. You got red pillows, gray sheets or something on it. You got red and gray all over the place.
No, yeah, that's just the couch. I had to move to the charger, like I'm sitting on the
Gotcha.
Yeah. So dropped the set and it ended up coming out really cool. The pre-sale is still live. I'm gonna send them out when I get back to Australia, so if anybody wants to check it out, it's xanaduparadise.com. But yeah, yeah, it's pretty dope. I was working with like having sponsors and stuff, before the pandemic, and it was cool. But I was like, just wanted to have something I could sort of do myself, and then I had a bit of money from Spider left, so I was like, I'm just gonna invest this into getting some gear, and so far it's been really cool. But I'm still like trying to learn a lot, and I think by next year Xanadu will grow a lot. I'm gonna try to get some help, some more professional people to get on board and help me make it a lot bigger and better.
That's awesome, dude.
We're definitely big fans of the Xanadu brand, so we'll definitely have to cop some Xanadu Paradise stuff.
Yeah, you got it. You got the peach gi.
I
right,
do,
Trey?
yeah, I do. And every time I wear it, I swear that's one of the top gis. If I bust that thing out, everyone compliments me on it.
Yeah,
especially the ladies in the gym. So any of you bachelors out there, if you want a little in with some of those purple belt girls you're probably too scared to talk to or anything, you got to get you some Xanadu gear, throw that puppy on, and the girls be like, oh, I love that gi, I love that rash guard. It's an easy cheat code for any boys who are a little too shy to maybe start the combo.
That's Xanadu God? Is that what that is?
Yeah, they love it. And I still have I have the wrong sized one still that I need to send you, but you always message me and you say, hey, can you send that? Alanis wants it.
Alanis keeps wanting it. Like, Alanis, every few weeks, she's like, can you please message Trey? Because I want my because that's the last. Yeah. That's the last one.
Oh, man.
I like to believe that Trey is just on Alanis' shit list forever.
Yeah, because I won't send this gi back. Hey, I'll tell you.
She's low-key.
You guys got to come to Austin.
Yeah, there we go. Or worst case scenario, I will bring it to ADCC for you for sure. Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. But yeah, we got it. We'll come to Austin.
Yeah. All right. But congrats, Levi. Obviously that's awesome, man. That's huge, big win for you. 6 matches here at this tournament. You qualified for the ADCC World Championships. Obviously, got to be a big deal for you. Just how you feeling in general after that qualifying, punching your ticket to Vegas. Have you thought about what it's going to be like at T-Mobile Center? Obviously 2022 was huge. This one's going to be even bigger probably. So big feather in your cap. How you feeling?
Well, like, my first feeling was it was mostly relief because, like, I had a lot of pressure on myself to win. Like, I just really thought that I should win. So I was actually really nervous going into the tournament just because of all the pressure I had on myself. But I think it helped me, like, perform better. So once it was over, I was like, oh, my God, thank God. But now I'm stoked. It's going to be dope. Like, so many people in that division that I just can't wait to compete against and, like, just show my jiu-jitsu and hopefully get some lit bolos. Maybe some lit pressure pass. Let's see. But no, I'm just super hyped. It's gonna be so cool. Like, the arena's being like sold out or something, right? It's always been a dream to compete in like a giant arena with like 15,000 people, and yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be so awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I think ADCC is better with Levi Jones-Leary there, and there's now so many matchups in 77 that are just so interesting. We pulled the division here. I think there's one spot left.
No, we got some news this morning.
Breaking news.
Spot went to that spot went to Oliver Taza. So now 77 is complete. It's one of 2 complete divisions. So wow. I mean, look at these divisions. They're just incredible. They're so cool. Like this 77 is probably the most stacked division in history.
Yeah, right? Always, right?
Just off the rip, Levi, is there any names in this division that kind of stand out to you? Anybody you're excited for potential matches with?
Well, like I was saying before, Andrew Tackett, for sure. I just think that would be like such a cool match because he has such a forward style. Cade, obviously. That would be epic.
Yeah.
I'd like a rematch with PJ.
That would be sick.
As well. Yeah, that was a really cool a cool match. I think with more time I'll be able to take his back. And Mika, I want to fight everybody, obviously.
Yeah, that's kind of like the great thing about ADCC. It's all the matches are cool.
Yeah, exactly. yeah, every single match here looks so awesome. Like, yeah, I just really want to fight everybody, and it's just going to be such a cool division to watch. And yeah, every one of those people sounds like a really fun match. I like fighting people that like don't use steroids. Personally, like I just always feel like it's a fun match. No offense.
Yeah, sure. Well, not Trey. Looking at all of us, I don't think any of us are on it. So no offense taken here.
Look. If they're not testing for it, look, nothing against it. I'm never gonna use not taking any steroids or whatever as an excuse to if I ever lose a match, because at the end of the day, it's just not a health risk that I'm like willing to take. But I feel like you should just be able to beat anybody regardless of what they're using. Like, technique is the most important thing at the end of the day. But I just feel like the matches, like when I fight the Ratulas, is always like such a fun match. I just like it a lot. It feels different. I don't know how to explain it, but it's gonna be fun.
For sure.
Competing against everybody regardless.
What are you gonna do now? You going back to Melbourne? You and Lachlan gonna post up in the laboratory, start planning out this ADCC run, or what's next for Levi? What do you got coming up?
Well, I'm gonna try to keep staying pretty active. I've got a match next month against Mateusz Szczynski.
Well, that's crazy, match.
Which is gonna be a cool match.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm heading back to Melbourne tomorrow, and I'm gonna be there for a few weeks and go to London. And I guess I'll just, if anything comes up in between that and ADCC, I'll take that as well. But otherwise, I guess I'll just go back to the lab and start doing a lot more wrestling.
Let's go.
I'll just have to start wrestling.
That's the next piece of the puzzle, huh? Wrestling?
Yeah, I feel like that is all I'm missing to be like a really complete grappler, So I've been working like on it the last year. I wasn't really able to show anything because I feel like I was still just trying to get taken down in my finals match. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just want to be like, all right. I'm not trying to be like the best wrestler in the division, but I just want to be pretty good.
For sure,
so I can back myself, like,
I was going to ask you about just like some more technique stuff. Like, what is it about taking people's back and choking them that kind of fits so well with you? Like, just for people out there who don't get to take people's back and choke them out all the time. Like, and there's a lot of meta out there. People are leg lockers or they're arm bar people or something like that. But like, why are you a back taker? Why is that so cool?
Well, the one thing I like about taking the back is like I feel like I can. I don't feel like bad in training. I think I'm like if I'm rolling with somebody that just doesn't take jiu-jitsu as seriously, like maybe a hobbyist, I would feel like sort of bad just like putting some, I don't know, blue belt after work inside heel hook. Mm-hmm. But like I don't feel bad ever like berimboloing the shit out of them because it's just fun for both people. Like everybody's having a great time. It's fine. But in all honesty, like I feel like getting to the back is like the ideal of jiu-jitsu. There's no position better than it. So like if you're always looking to like get to those dominant, like not even get to the back, but create those dominant angles where you're like behind somebody, it just like universally like puts you in a better position. So like when your mindset is like looking for the back. You just I feel like staying a step ahead positionally, if that makes sense. And yeah, it's just the best position to be in jiu-jitsu. So who doesn't want to be like just on the back?
Listen, as an expert in getting his back taken, I can agree with that. You know, getting boloed, it does make it a little fun. You know, it's a lot more fun than just getting, you know, just heavy pressure put on you or something. You know, it's like, oh, how'd this guy teleport back there? You know, what are you doing? Come on. So yeah, I agree, Levi.
Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, it's just a good time.
Everybody's having a good time with the bolos. But my favorite thing is for sure pressure passing. Like, I love to feel like a little Murillo. You know,
yeah, for sure, man.
Do my little tripod. That's like, I think that's the thing I'm most proud of actually now, like, is my passing, because the barambolas and stuff, they definitely came like pretty naturally to me. I was obviously a giant fan of the meows, but I also at the same time always wanted to be like one of those people that was just like so good at passing that could just like a Leandro, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's taken me so many years, like working, trying to figure it out, like years and years and years, and I'm only just like I feel like really figured out like a really good passing system that sort of works for me and my style. And yeah, so that's what I'm really hyped to show, hopefully soon.
Yeah, I feel like if you barambolo me, like, you didn't technically pass my guard, right? So
yeah.
You know, so maybe.
Yeah, true.
Nothing more demoralizing like when you get your guard passed, you know, just clean, like that's
just
true.
Stuck in bottom side control.
Yeah.
That's what, like, I feel like if you know, like, if someone just like catches you in like a heel hook, you're like, okay, like, you just call me in a heel hook. But like when somebody really passes your guard and then mounts you and then like you can't move, like, you really got like fucked up, you know?
Yeah.
They've taken away your power to jiu-jitsu for however long, right? And when they just crush you like that, it's different.
It's completely different, even if they don't submit you. But that's what Murillo used to do to us like every single day. He would just pass our guard in like 1 minute and then just hold you in mount for like 10 minutes.
Brutal.
Just breaks you psychologically. So there's part of me like that just wants to continue on that cycle of abuse, you know?
Yeah. Well,
I'm just like,
I know. I'm excited to see Levi.
The barambolas and the pressure passing.
Yeah, yin and yang. I'm excited to see more of Levi Jones-Leary, no-gi coming up, especially ADCC. It's gonna be sick, dude. I'm excited to see this pressure passing more and everything. Is there? I know it's kind of getting late, so we might let you drop off here, Levi. But is there anything else you want to say before you go, or anything?
It's like midnight in Thailand. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been staying up until like 6 a.m. every night.
A maniac.
But I just have bad insomnia now. But yeah, I guess just like thank you so much to everybody that was, you know, supporting me and like that wanted to see me do well and that enjoyed watching me compete. Thank you guys so much for having me on and everything you do. You guys are lit. And oh yeah, if anybody wants to support me, they can go to my Patreon and subscribe. It's only $7 a month. I release cool jiu-jitsu stuff there all the time. Also Submeta, I've got a couple courses there, and also and what else?
XanaduParadise.com.
XanaduParadise.com to get a red kit. There's 50 of them left still. We still got some in large, medium, and small. So yes, please go on there if you want to be looking fresh. And yeah, thank you so much again.
Yeah, thanks, Levi. It was good talking to you, man. Good seeing you. Excited to see you at ADCC. Hopefully we can connect soon before then, link up, do some stuff.
That'd be mad.
Thanks, Levi, bro. Thank you. It was good seeing you, man.
See you, Levi.
Thanks.
See you, bro.
See you, brother.
Yep.
Sick.
There
Levi Jones-Leary.
Yeah. Levi Jones-Leary going to be at ADCC. I don't know if he can still hear us in the call, but now we're just talking about him without him here, you know. But yeah, excited that he's at ADCC. It was good talking to him.
Glasses were lit too.
Yeah,
get a pair of those.
Yeah, for sure. All around lit guy Levi is.
Yeah.
But you guys want to now kind of dive into who's number one? We had who's number 123 this past weekend. You guys want to kind of dive into that and talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Great weekend. Great action there, of course. You know, I don't know. We start with the main event there: Nicholas Marigali versus Wagner Hosha. You know, some good back and forth in the press conference. Some good lead up. Kind of made it a little extra spicy and fun, interesting match.
Yeah. So obviously at the press conference, I was there in the middle of Wagner Marigali. That was a tense situation. You know. I think it was kind of obvious, like once we got to the media day and we were there for the weigh-ins, all of that, you know, Marigali, Wagner now in the same room. It was very clear what Wagner's intentions were as soon as they were in the same room. He was definitely going to try and play the mental game with Marigali, kind of get in his head. He was just kind of staring Marigali down from across the room, kind of staring daggers. When they would face off, he would Marigali had his hat pulled down, you know, Dark Lord style, and Wagner would kind of get up in his grill and try to get in his eyes, you know. And then once they started going in the press conference, I mean, freaking... that's a wrap for me, dude. I thought about packing up, heading out, getting a sandwich, you know, eating a little lunch, and just letting those dudes take over because they just started going. And, I mean, that's what Wagner's best at, honestly. Incredible at jiu-jitsu, but so good at selling a fight, at getting in his opponent's head. And it got tense there. You could tell Marigali, I don't necessarily think Marigali was shook. I would never use the word shook, but I kind of felt like Marigali went back into Mario Hayes intensity Marigali, you know, like he was like, oh, okay, now I have a reason to absolutely dominate this guy. And it definitely made it where it felt like there was more on the line in the match to me. I don't know what you guys thought watching or anything. I know you were at home watching. What'd you think?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't really expecting it, to be honest, and it did seem like it kind of got under Marigali's skin just a little bit, you know. And so I think I was expecting Marigali maybe to be a little bit more reckless or to be a little bit more, you know, emotional during the match, but I don't think he really was. You know, I think it was a good evolution of Nicholas Marigali, where maybe a couple years ago that really would have kind of rattled him to his core a little bit more. But I felt like he really took a deep breath and then just kind of, you know, went back to his training, went back to John and what those guys preach over there. And he was very respectful in the match generally. For the most part. And you know, kind of dismantled Wagner, especially once he got on the ground. You know, I think Wagner had that was where he was hoping to play a lot, was on the feet and hopefully take Marigali down once it got late and he got tired. But Marigali showed that, you know, his training is legit and he took the match seriously. And kind of dismantled Wagner as soon as they got on the ground.
Well, I also, I guess, on the feet, do you guys think this was the best exhibit of Marigali the wrestler we've seen so far in competition? I mean, he ended up hitting that far side arm drag, you know. I don't know. I know he was stoked on it. What do you guys think? You know, I think we're constantly seeing a new evolution of Marigali the wrestler.
It's funny because the way Marigali wrestles it's a little bit different, right? Like it's very new wave. It's very head control and exhaustion heavy. They're trying to look to break their opponent. So it doesn't look like nothing's happening. It looks like nobody's really shooting.
Yeah.
But when the moment they feel whatever it is they feel that their opponent's broken, like we saw in all of Margali's matches, right? It's either that inside trip or the single leg. This time it was the arm drag. They've always got one weapon that they feel like is going to work. And this match against Wagner convinced me that Marigali has a very good chance of double golding ADCC this year. I think that was the big takeaway for me is, technically he looked just superior in a way that, like, who takes down Wagner Rocha, really? Mm-hmm. You know, nobody gets a clean takedown off him and can hold him down. I don't care about the weight disadvantage. I don't really care about the age disadvantage. Like, nobody takes Wagner down and holds him down like that.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's obviously Marigali's number one goal right now. He's kind of talked pretty openly about that. His number one goal is to double gold at ADCC. And he is just so focused right now. You know, it's a very focused Marigali. But I guess overall on the card, you got any of the stats on what the sub rate ended up being for the card? There were a lot of submissions.
70%, 7 of 10 matches ended in sub, including 5 of 6 on the main card.
Let's go, dude. So pretty sick there. I think we actually have a little bit of a quick little highlight here of I cut every match that has a submission. together into one. So we can kind of just run through it here if you guys want to talk through a little bit of these matches. It obviously kicks off with Cassia Mora and Jessie Crane, where Cassia Mora, tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, Cassia, I think, was a blue belt like a year and a half ago. She won Blue Belt Worlds. She won Purple Belt Worlds. She got her brown belt in March and won Pans as a brown belt in April. She is really on a climb. She's looking obviously phenomenal.
Yeah, able to get the back here, and then you can feel this pressure through the screen here, just over the jaw, just crushing Jessie Crane's face. That looks tough.
Felt like there was a lot of Bruno Bastos Association kind of fans in the crowd, and people in the crowd were going crazy for Cassia, so that was cool to see.
Yeah, for sure. And then this next one right here, don't blink on this one. This is the new fastest submission in Who's Number One history. Achilles Hosha versus Cameron Couch. Cameron Couch said he was going to run through him, squeeze him out, and he did do the first part of that. He ran through him, but Achilles is just not the guy you want to scramble with.
Achilles is a ninja.
The kid is incredible.
He's a ninja.
Scrambles.
That was sick.
That
was so sick.
The crazy thing is, like, Nikki Ryan and Adele Fornerino had the fastest sub before this at 23 seconds. You look at that on a sheet and you're like, okay, nobody beats 23 seconds. Mm-hmm. Especially, like, it's got to be a footlock if it's anything, right? Achilles just a ninja, turning that blast double into a, it looked Mika-esque. You know what I mean? Just like using his legs to hook onto the arm, and damn.
Yeah, 16 seconds. But later on we'll see Jasmine's submission. Jasmine almost beat it. She almost gets an Aoki lock off the rip, but then it doesn't finish it. Comes back later and gets submission. But now we got Diogo in the mix against Shea. It was really, I liked having Shea Montague on. This kid, he just brings like a cool style and like a cool vibe to Who's Number One, in my opinion. He's just an interesting guy. But obviously Diogo was a little too much for him here. Diogo released some stuff where he was actually working this exact position in training. So
you know what?
Just the plan.
Just thinking about this now, it seems like a perfect plan for Shea, because when we talked to Shea about explain to us what your style is like, he said, I'm just bendy. But maybe the best way to beat a bendy guy is just flip him over. Flip him over. He set up that anaconda, and Diogo just locked this thing in perfectly. A really smart strategy. So you can imagine people who are as strategically perfect as Melky Galvao and Diogo Hayes put this together. Okay, how do you beat a bendy guy? You flip him over and attack the neck.
He got his foot in there. He got his foot in there trying to defend. That's crazy.
Yeah, that literally kicked it all the way up, dude.
Yeah,
Shea Montague is a crazy guard. But
Shea's the man. We got to get Shea back on. But, all about the climb back to the title for Baby Shark there.
Yeah, I mean, Baby Shark's just Baby Shark. He's ADCC champ for a reason. Dude's a beast.
Yeah.
But then here's Jasmine Emily Fajera. And this, like I said, I didn't include that first Aoki lock. She almost gets off the rip, but it is like it would have beat if Emily tapped right away when she got it. It would have beat Achilles by like 2 seconds. Imagine Achilles sets the new record and then
one upped by his sister.
One up.
Brutal one right there.
Jasmine loves that Aoki lock too.
Yeah,
really
that's a brutal one. Keep me away from that one.
For real.
Yeah, big night for the Hosha.
Hoshas are so badass. Like
they are,
so sick. Just like they have this like intense father, Wagner, who you don't want to mess with, and then like the kids are just as tough, not tougher. That was a sick shot by Nikki.
Yeah, Nikki Ryan showing some real deal wrestling.
Yeah, talking about wrestling a lot here, but Nikki is a dude who's putting it together.
The Flow Wrestling boys were complimenting this scramble here. It is like a very wrestling-esque scramble, right? Neither guy's putting his back on the mat. Everybody's staying in the pocket of this wrestling exchange for as long as possible. Nikki going for like a knee bar there, it looks like.
It's almost like a NCAA wrestling scramble here. Like that, something like you'd almost see deep in wrestling.
I feel like we were talking about this a little bit the other day. A lot of times, all jiu-jitsu guys love wrestling, to be honest, and everyone wants to be a wrestler now. But I feel like so many times when watching jiu-jitsu matches where guys are trying to wrestle, it's like if someone just touches a leg, it's like, oh shit, oh man, we're wrestling now. He almost touched a leg. But like Nikki Ryan is showing some real deal wrestling.
This is real wrestling.
These are deep shots. These are like actually shooting. I feel like a lot of times guys don't actually shoot in jiu-jitsu wrestling exchanges.
Yeah.
But
I thought he was going to finish this right here. And then I was like, oh, no, JT can eat it. I was like, okay.
And then he goes right back into it, right?
Yeah.
Such an intricate position.
Then he gets
just like layers deep in this leg lock exchange.
It's that like figure four, like triangle there, and then it's just over. Yep.
Oh, man.
And there.
Corey, how many guys have ever tapped JT Torres? This is pretty historic.
Nikki's the third, I believe. One in the gi, and then Kron Gracie in 2015 at ADCC. Michael Lange was the other one.
So not too many people.
Yeah.
JT, absolutely a legend. I'm sure he'll bounce back at ADCC, but huge win for Nicky, and so excited just to see how happy and everything he was. He deserves it.
Yeah, just how much it meant to him too. He was signing Zens off the mat for people afterwards. Just
yeah,
legend.
The fans were loving Nicky Ryan.
Did anybody expect this? I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what I expected from this, to be honest, but it didn't disappoint, I suppose. Like, I knew somebody's back would get taken.
Sure.
I guess that was for sure.
Andrew versus Levi. That is a cool match. I want to see that one.
It's similar to like Tommy Andrew in a way, like kind of running it back. Two dudes who are just some of the best back takers, but kind of get there via different routes.
We're talking to Levi before the show about this, but it really does seem like 77 is just a division full of back takers. Yeah. 88's just a division full of leg lockers, and like it's a really these divisions are very specific as far as like what you're gonna get.
100%.
Doesn't make it any crazy or any less crazy.
And I feel like we still have not seen really like the tip of the iceberg of Andrew Tackett. Like we really have not seen how good this guy is. So it makes me really excited to see him at ADCC.
I'm not gonna lie, that match made me kind of be like, oh damn, Andrew Tackett's a contender.
Yeah, he's a threat.
77. Like this guy, he might be in my top 3 like potential winners for that one now. But then obviously here we go, Marigali kind of doing what he does. This next part, this is kind of my favorite part of the match. This pass is so sick. I love this pass.
I was drilling this pass all morning.
Dude, it's just
so cool.
She's like, whoop, oh, I'm on this side of your guard now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. You had your leg there? Oh, not anymore. My bad.
I hit that in a live roll this morning. Felt really good.
Heck yeah.
Felt really good.
In your freaking white belt beginners class, bro? You're stunting on those kids?
It's a blue belt, all right.
Okay, fair. But then, he just gets on top, starts putting the pressure. Marigali obviously predicted his submission in this one. He knew he was going to get the armbar eventually, but I mean, it's just Marigali's a beast, bro.
Yeah, he looks great, and it's like when you look at his division under 99, of course you're gonna have maybe Kynan in there. That seems like a really good rematch to have, the two of them. But like you said, Marigali double gold. He's looking really good. That's his plan anyway.
It does look like he's getting more and more confident in every no-gi match. And this kind of, I've been calling it a no-gi experiment, but we're getting to the point where he's had probably a dozen no-gi matches, and still every match I can see an evolution. Like every match, a little more smooth, a little more confident.
Yeah.
A little bit more certain in what he's looking to do and what he's capable of.
Yeah, definitely. That is one of my favorite things right now going on in jiu-jitsu is just every time Marigali competes in no-gi, you get to just see kind of a new evolution, a new version of him, like you said. But there you have it, a little bit of a recap from all the submissions from Who's Number 123. Super fun event. I mean, it was great there. It was in Arlington, Texas. Great time. You guys have any other takeaways from the event or anything? Anything else stood out from you?
No, I think really the big thing for me was Nicky Ryan. That was just the funnest one. Yeah, a lot of big submissions, but Nicky Ryan, I'm glad to see that he's on the right track and he's going to be a threat at ADCC. You can't forget about Nicky Ryan.
100%. So we're kind of getting to a point now where a lot of the divisions are starting to kind of wrap up. We know who's in and who's not. I think 77 is finalized.
As of this morning, there are 2 full divisions and one that's pretty much full. 77 is full, minus 65 is full, and minus 55, the 8th person hasn't officially been announced yet, but Mo's been talking about her. So it's a pretty well-known secret.
Yeah, for sure.
66 is pretty much
almost there.
Yeah, it's almost there.
Yeah, so I think we're about out of time on the show, but just a quick other people who won this trials, right? Adele Fornerino won 4 for 4, all submissions. So Adele's an absolute beast. She's got that daddy energy thing going, or whatever her thing is, So she brought that daddy energy to Asian trials, got all submissions. Who else? You were telling me some other people.
The 88 winner was Lucas Kennard.
Yeah.
He's a killer. His first run at trials last year, he submitted a lot of people very quickly. This one too, he submitted 5 of his 6 or 4 of his 5.
The only one not submitting was Bob Frias, right?
That's right. Yeah. And the ones he did submit were all under 3 minutes, most of them under 30 seconds.
Yeah. So So great trials, great who's number one. What do we got coming up next? We got just on the horizon. We got
Worlds.
IBJJF Worlds.
AIGA.
We got AIGA coming up. So
AIGA in Brazil is gonna be dope.
Oh yeah.
And then it's just full bore ADCC August
right,
17th and 18th. Can't wait, man. T-Mobile Center. Let's go.
Yeah. It's a great time to be a jiu-jitsu fan. It's a great time to be in the sport, watching all the stuff that's going on. So thank you guys for tuning in to the ADCC Update Show. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed hearing from Levi Jones-Leary. And we will catch you guys in the next episode.